Do you ever wonder how some folks stay sharp as a tack well into their 80s? If you're over 70 and feel like your memory isn't quite what it used to be, or you're simply hoping to keep your mind as clear as it was in your best years, you're in the right place. In this video, we're diving into 5 simple yet powerful secrets that help keep your brain sharp no matter your age. These aren't magic pills or complex routines. They're grounded in science, easy to do, and most importantly, they're habits that real people, just like you, have used to maintain their mental agility long after retirement. Stay tuned until the end, because the last secret is something most people completely overlook, but it just might be the key to preserving your mental clarity for the next decade. Let's get started. 1. The power of purposeful reading. One of the simplest ways to keep your brain in shape is to make reading a daily habit, not just for entertainment, but with a sense of purpose. When you read something that challenges your thinking, introduces new ideas, or sparks your curiosity, you're not just passing the time, you're exercising your brain. The act of processing new information, imagining different scenarios, or following an argument across a few pages stimulates the parts of your brain responsible for memory, logic, and comprehension. And when you do this regularly, it's like lifting weights for your mind. There's a significant difference between skimming through the newspaper and sitting down with a thoughtful article, a biography, or even a captivating historical novel. Take, for instance, a 74-year-old man named Charles from Arizona. He began reading science magazines just a few years ago, despite having no background in the field. Initially, he found himself rereading paragraphs to understand them, but now he not only comprehends them better, he also finds those articles provide stimulating conversation topics and stimulate critical thinking. This is about more than just vocabulary or knowledge. It's about keeping your neurons firing. Studies show that older adults who read regularly score better on memory tests and are less likely to experience cognitive decline. It's not about how much you read. It's about how engaged your brain is while doing it. When your brain is actively making connections, predicting outcomes, or reflecting on ideas, you're strengthening its ability to stay sharp. Many folks mistakenly believe that only physical exercise matters after a certain age. But guess what? Your mind needs exercise too. Just as walking keeps your legs strong, reading with intention keeps your mind resilient. So, pick up a book, even if it's been years, and start with something that truly interests you. It doesn't have to be complicated or lengthy. The key is consistency, curiosity, and commitment to making reading a part of your daily routine. 2. Movement that stimulates the brain. Walking isn't just good for your legs and heart. It's also a surprising way to sharpen your mind, especially when it's done outdoors in nature or in an engaging environment. During your walks, your brain processes a wide range of information at once. Watching where you step, noticing the wind, smelling the trees, or listening to birds. All these activities light up different areas of your brain. Patricia, now 81, started taking short walks each morning through her neighborhood after losing her husband. Initially, she walked just to clear her head. Over time, however, she noticed improvements in her memory, sleep, and even her ability to engage in conversations. What once began as a grieving process turned into a form of therapy. Her walks helped her process emotions, breathe deeper, and stay present. It offered her mind a new direction, away from loops of worry or sadness. The brain thrives on oxygen, circulation, and stimulation, and walking provides all three. When you engage in rhythmic, regular movement, you're helping your brain form and maintain neural connections. Even just 5 to 10 minutes a day can create positive change. But here's the real secret. To unlock the full mental benefits, don't just stroll. Look around, notice new things, and let your mind wander. This mental flexibility, paired with gentle movement, is one of the best strategies to stay sharp. 3. Nourishment that feeds a mind. Your brain is always hungry, not just for information, but for nutrients that keep it functioning at its best. After age 70, your body doesn't absorb or utilize nutrients as efficiently as it once did, and your brain feels that. Therefore, what you eat can either keep your mind sharp or gradually dull the edges. One of the most overlooked habits for mental clarity is starting the day with brain-fueling foods instead of relying on sugar or skipping breakfast altogether. Let's take Joe as an example. At 76, he usually began his mornings with nothing but toast and jam. He believed that eating light would keep him alert, but over time, he noticed more brain, fog, mood swings, and moments when he struggled to find the right words. His doctor suggested incorporating omega-3 rich foods like walnuts and a bit of protein, such as a boiled egg or a handful of seeds. Within just a few weeks, Joe reported feeling mentally clearer, as if someone had dusted off his thoughts. Certain nutrients act like oil for the gears in your brain. Omega-3 fatty acids support neuron membranes. Antioxidants from berries reduce inflammation, and vitamin B12, often low in seniors, plays a major role in memory. Simply staying hydrated with a glass of water in the morning can combat the sluggish confusion brought on by mild dehydration that many seniors experience unknowingly. Fuel your brain like the miracle machine it is, and it will thank you by remaining clear and focused. You don't need fancy supplements or expensive powders. Nature has provided us with what we need: a handful of blueberries, a few almonds, and a slice of avocado. These small, consistent choices serve as mental insurance. If you ever doubt their impact, just try it for a week. Pay attention to how you communicate, recall names, or tackle small challenges. You may be surprised at how quickly food affects function. For building a social web for brain resilience, one of the most powerful protectors of a sharp mind isn't a pill or a puzzle, it's people. However, after 70, many find their social circles shrinking. Friends move, loved ones pass, and daily interactions diminish. Yet, isolation has a steep cost. Studies show that social disconnection significantly increases the risk of cognitive decline, often even faster than certain physical health issues. Why does this happen? Because conversation, connection, and companionship challenge your mind in ways that no crossword puzzle can replicate. For example, take Helen. At 82, she lived alone for years, relying on television to fill the silence. Everything changed when her daughter encouraged her to join a community book group. Initially resistant, she eventually decided to give it a try. She hadn't realized how much her brain craved the give and take of discussion. The simple act of recalling someone's name or hearing different opinions was revitalizing. Before long, her mood lifted, her vocabulary returned, and she began telling better stories again. Social interaction acts as exercise for the brain. When you engage with others, you're recalling facts, interpreting emotions, and adjusting your thoughts, all in seconds, creating a cognitive workout that no app can substitute. It's not just about large gatherings. A meaningful phone call, a walk with a neighbor, or even a friendly chat with a cashier at the store can keep your mind engaged and connected to the world around you. If you've withdrawn from socializing over the years, it's never too late to rebuild your connections. Reach out to someone, write a letter, or join a hobby group, even if it's online. Remember, you don't have to be the life of the party. Simply being present is enough. 5. Staying curious. Everyday curiosity is more than just a delightful trait. It's one of the most underappreciated ways to keep your brain vibrant, especially after 70. It's all too easy to slip into routines. Same meals, same television shows, same stories. While there's comfort in familiarity, too much of it can turn your life into a monotonous loop, leaving your mind feeling like a hallway with no open doors. Curiosity kicks those doors wide open. It encourages exploration, questioning, and wonder. And every time you stretch your thinking just a little, you strengthen the very neural pathways that preserve memory, attention, and problem-solving abilities. Take Frank, for instance. At 78, he spent most of his life in the same town doing the same work, surrounded by the same friends. After retiring, he felt a fog creeping into his days. His doctor ruled out any physical causes, so his daughter gifted him a beginner's watercolor kit. Initially skeptical, Frank decided to give it a shot. What he discovered wasn't just about artistic talent. It was about learning, mastering color theory, hand control, patience, and even embracing failure. His brain flickered back to life, not because of the art itself, but because of the new challenge presented to him. Staying curious doesn't mean you have to reinvent your life. It's about looking at familiar things through fresh eyes. Read about a topic you know little about. Ask someone younger about their favorite music, and genuinely listen to their playlists. Watch a documentary on mushrooms, space travel, or ancient civilizations. Keep a notebook of questions that spring to mind, and take the time to research them. Curiosity activates multiple parts of the brain simultaneously. You're engaging memory, emotion, logic, and sometimes movement, especially if you try your hand at something new. Plus, perhaps most importantly, curiosity gives your day purpose, something to anticipate and goals to pursue. No matter how small. If you're feeling mentally stagnant, don't assume more rest or yet another supplement is the answer. Sometimes, it's simply about rekindling a sense of wonder. Give yourself permission to be curious and let that curiosity lead you somewhere new. Final thought: staying mentally sharp after 70 isn't about executing one grand strategy. It's about weaving together a handful of small but powerful habits throughout your day. Whether it's learning something new, maintaining social connections, feeding your brain with the right nutrients, taking care of your body, or simply staying curious, each step can significantly shift your experience of aging. And the best part? They don't require massive effort or overwhelming lifestyle changes. Just a few minutes here and there. Consistency goes a long way. So, what resonates most with you? Is there something you already do? Or perhaps something you've been wanting to start today? Maybe you've been meaning to reconnect with an old friend. Or finally, try the hobby you keep postponing. Perhaps it's time to pick up a book or take a distraction-free walk. The important thing is to take action. The longer we procrastinate caring for our minds, the tougher it becomes to reclaim what we may have lost. But here's the silver lining. Even into our 80s and beyond, the brain remains adaptable and changeable. You are not too old to improve. You are never too far gone to start over. The fact that you watch this video till the end communicates something powerful. You care. You are willing. You want to feel alive, both physically and mentally, and that makes all the difference. Thank you for joining us today. We'd love to hear from you. Please leave a comment below and share one thing you learned today and how you plan to utilize it in your life. Your thoughts matter to us, so don't hesitate to share. Reading your comments motivates and encourages us greatly. If you enjoyed this video and found it helpful, please like, subscribe, and share. Your support is crucial in helping us create meaningful content to inform and inspire you. Thanks for watching, and we look forward to seeing you in the next video.